For any person, there are some things they know and some things they don't know. What exactly is the difference? What does it take to know something? It's not enough just to believe we don't know the things we're wrong about. Knowledge seems to be more like a way of getting at the truth. The analysis of knowledge concerns the attempt to articulate in what exactly this kind of getting at the truth consists. Are you still confused? Well, this is because this is a paragraph taken by a page called The Analysis of Knowledge by Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy, and it is an 11,000 word article on trying to explain what knowledge is. The link is in the description if you want to have a read. Now, knowledge is hard to understand because we have yet to have a comprehensive definition for it, even after thousands of years of examining it. And yet we all possess in some way a little of it in one way or another. The purpose of this series is not only to find the most perfect definition of what knowledge is, but at the very least to express knowledge in layman's terms, to highlight the fundamental factors that make up knowledge, find ways to manage it, and how we can use it in a way that can be useful. When I go to school, for example, I am learning knowledge, or simply information, and there is a difference between these two factors. Do I gain it when reading a book, or only when being lectured by a university professor? There is also the question of where knowledge is found, whether it can be stored or transferred. In this new age, the importance surrounding knowledge as a medium of storage is increasing as our society continues to evolve and change the ways we store what we know. Anywhere from books and folders to PDF documents and ebooks, and now even video format and virtual reality, the way in which we turn what we know into a medium in which we can store it is increasing, and yet we still struggle with this conversion between what we know in our heads into the external world. From a master and apprentice method of passing down knowledge to a more bureaucratic and written approach, everything surrounding the transferability of knowledge is being streamlined into things like procedures, policies, guidelines, both in corporate and in governmental institutions. Knowledge allows us to make judgments about what we know about our reality and how to go about doing something. Knowledge itself is a thing that we trust, but this can only be the case if we can recognize the difference between what knowledge is and what it is simply not. Over these last few decades, and especially since 2020, we have seen the devastating effects that trusting procedures, policies, and guidelines over traditional methods has done in the general operations of this society. We have not only lost trust in this society and the people living in it, but also with the things we thought we knew ourselves before all of this began. So in this video series, let's try and bring back this trust in what we know, in the knowledge we possess, by examining the subjects of knowledge and clearly defining it, so that when we have to make another big decision in the future, we can trust ourselves with the knowledge we possess more than the entities imposing things that is simply not knowledge. Now, this is the first video in a series about knowledge, and in the next video, to start the series off, we will be going over some basic definitions already out there, so that we can start to build an understanding of what factors might be considered knowledge.